Hey, what's up, pups? It's JR, and seeing as how Built to Destroy Season 6 just came to a close, I figured I'd break up the series with something a little bit different. If there's one thing that I enjoy more than building weapons in Warframe, it's complaining about Warframe. But JR, didn't you already make a video complaining about things in Warframe? That video was showcasing various things that I believe were mistakes in Warframe, aka things that I believe should be changed at some point, from both a personal and technical standpoint. This video, however, is just going to be me complaining about small things that I personally don't like, and most of them can't be changed directly, or some can't even be changed at all, given the circumstances. That being said, let's start this video off with one thing that is an exception to this that I do believe is a huge issue and actually does need to be changed. Immortal skins and primes. I'm sure most of you who own at least one 10th-gen skin for one Warframe with a Prime variant that noticed when you try to use the 10th-gen skin on that Prime variant, there's a little button that you can click to toggle off the Prime accents on the skin, so effectively you're using the base Warframe's mesh. However, with Immortal skins, you don't get this option. The Prime details are there whether you like it or not. But there are some Warframes that this actually looks better with, like Saren Prime and Volt Prime. The Prime accents actually add to the skin and make it look better than it would on the normal Warframe. But what about the other Warframes? I bring this up because I was chatting in the JR community Discord the other day, and we got to the topic of Immortal skins, and I was pleasantly reminded that DE completely fucked up my favorite skin in the entire game because they made the base Warframe and the Prime look completely different. For those of you who don't know, Valkyr's Immortal skin is my favorite skin in the entirety of Warframe. Yes, my favorite skin is not a 10th-gen skin nor deluxe skin. Fight me. But there's one gigantic issue with Valkyr Prime and her Immortal skin. This is Valkyr Prime without her Immortal skin. And this is Valkyr Prime with her Immortal skin. I bet none of you noticed that I actually switched those around. The first one is actually Valkyr with her Immortal skin, and the second one is actually Valkyr without her Immortal skin. But the issue with this is, you can't fucking tell. I'll elaborate for those of you who may not know what I'm talking about. If you weren't already looking, take a look at Valkyr's ass. Here's a side-by-side. The only things that change on this deluxe skin are the stripes on her ass. What? As you can imagine, with Valkyr's Immortal skin being my favorite skin in the entire game, when I went to go use the Immortal skin with her Prime, my tilt levels were higher than the Doc's after he gets killed in any Battle Royale game. Buying Valkyr's deluxe skin for her Prime is pretty much just a waste of 40 platinum. I'm bringing up this point first because it's not just one of the things that tilts me the most, if not the thing that does tilt me the most, but I also want to use this as a sort of call to action. I made a forum post the other day talking about this very same issue, and I need every single person who watches this video to go to the link in the description and upload that forum post so that DE fixes this so Valkyr players get the skin that they want. All they have to do is make it so that you can toggle Prime accents with Immortal skins and then everybody's happy. That's fucking it. Honestly, I have zero fucking clue why DE hasn't made this a thing yet. So please, go to the link in the description and upvote my forum post. Alternatively, you could also tweet the link to the forum post at PlayWarframe on Twitter, but I doubt that'll do anything, so that's up to you if you want to do that. And with that, on to the small stuff that tilts me. Cheese setups in public queue. I'm an advocate for people being able to use whatever they want and everything, but if you bring your ranged slide crit Stoliac with your max range, max damage Daequinox into a public queue, you're just a bad person. You're running stuff like that because it's so powerful. You can clearly handle yourself in solo queue. Hell, I can handle myself in solo queue and my entire deal is running unpopular and ineffective weapons. I bring my Fang Prime and Plasma Sword onto the sortie regularly, for God's sake. The only thing you are doing by bringing your cheese setups into public queue is making so the other 3 fucking people in your fucking squad can't do anything. And if you respond to this statement with something like, well, they should be grateful that I'm carrying them, I have one thing to say to you. You are running Daequinox on a level 20 Meso survival. If you think you need to carry anyone through that mission, you might as well go install Destiny 2. Worm. in general. If you've ever seen one of the times I've streamed Warframe, you probably noticed that my transmissions are muted. This is because of when I used to run Kuva Siphons and Floods a lot of the time before they implemented Kuva Survivals. And I would get tilted immediately because there is a mentally impaired 12-year-old screaming in my ear the entire time. Listening to Worm for 5 minutes is the equivalent to running squads with Phil in Fortnite for 3 hours. I just want to know what DE was thinking when they came up with Worm. I got an idea. Let's make a character that's an angry, loud, self-centered little twat that screams in the player's ear every time they grab some Kuva. Knockdowns. I explained this whole deal in my 5 mistakes video. You get the idea. If I get knocked down, I'm immediately having a bad time. People just saying, you're wrong. I'm wrong a lot. Like, a lot. So obviously, I'm completely welcome to people coming over and say, hey, you got this and this wrong. It's actually that and that. I'm completely fine with that. Like, in my last video, I said that antimatter and dark matter are the same thing, which apparently they're not. I didn't know that, and I had people in the comments saying, hey, antimatter and dark matter aren't the same thing. I'm like, cool, I know that now. However, it's situations like where I'm typing usually in squad chat, and I say something, and someone just replies with, no. Don't expand upon that, that's just, you're wrong. That's it, you're just wrong. That's just the fact here. Okay, dickweed, how about instead of being a total ass munch, you inform me why I'm wrong, supported with factual evidence, so I can leave this squad with refined knowledge, huh? Oh, what's that? You Googled it, and you're actually inept, and I was right? Huh, that's strange. It's almost like I was playing this game for 5 years, and your master rank can be counted on a single hand of a Vietnam War veteran. Zephyr's a guy. This kind of goes in line with the last point, because anyone who thinks Zephyr is a guy clearly saw her in the codex and suddenly he's an expert on Warframes and their metaphorical genitalia. Warframe is difficult. It's not. It's really not. There's a reason I find the meta and people using cheese setups so fucking stupid. Warframe is easy. It's not. It's really not. It takes a lot of mental fortitude to play Warframe a lot. Well, either fortitude or impairment, either one works. Warframe YouTubers. I won't give specific names, but let's just say that every large Warframe channel that isn't Tactical Potato has no fucking clue what they're talking about or how Warframe works. But JR, Tactical Potato made a video about Revenant only using his 4 as a spin-to-win tactic. Isn't that so cheesy? The reason I like Tac Potato, and I'm completely fine with that video, is because of one specific line he said. He is a good solo running Warframe. He didn't take the low road and just say he's an amazing CC frame like I'm sure 99% of Warframe YouTubers would. He just said that he's a good solo Warframe. Keyword being solo. He's implying that Revenant is really good at working solo, because he is. He's pushing to the side the fact that if people wanted to, they could take their spin-to-win build Revenant into public and take all of the kills, leaving their team nothing to do, much like Daquinox. He's not a good CC Warframe like Nova is. He's a good solo CC frame like Saren and Daquinox. Tac Potato, you get the JR seal of respect. Keep it up, you beautiful fecker. Blowing stuff out of proportion. This is another big one for me. The easiest example I can give is when Revenant was first being shown off and everyone was like, whoa, no, he's gonna kill Nyx. What the fuck? Why, what the hell? Nyx is gonna be useless now, what the fuck, DE? No, he's not. And no, he didn't. Other than the fact that the Warframes are completely different other than one ability, Nyx isn't exactly in the best spot right now either. There's not much you can do with her. She's in the same boat as Zephyr was before her rework. She can do a few jobs pretty well, but most other Warframes can just do that job better. Need a non-DPS focused CC? Yeah, you could use Chaos, or you could use a duration strength build Molecular Prime, slowing enemies, and also reducing their effective DPS because of it. Need a large amount of burst damage to clear out an area? Yeah. You could use Absorb, or you could use literally any DPS Warframe in the game that isn't Nyx. Which, speaking of, DPS Warframes. DE just needs to chill the fuck out with making all these DPS Warframes. Name the last time we got a Soul Utility Warframe. Oberon. Name the last time we got a Soul Support Warframe. Limbo. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure a lot of Warframes were designed with the idea in mind to make them a support or utility-based Warframe. But with the way they're set up, and the way they were actually shipped, they work way too well as DPS to bother using them as what their intended purpose was. With this being said, please do not make Garuda anything but a DPS Warframe, because I want to love her when she comes out, and she wouldn't really work well as anything but a DPS Warframe. Please, please do not fuck up Garuda. The trap filter. For those of you who haven't discovered this, if you call Nezha a trap in VRChat, you will get suspended from VRChat. What, DE? They know damn well what they did with Nezha. They knew damn well what they were doing with Nezha. And you're gonna suspend people from VRChat for pointing out the obvious? Really? It's not like trap is an insult or anything. A trap is just a guy that without any prior knowledge you would think is a girl. AKA Nezha. You can't tell me that when DE was first showing off Nezha, you didn't think that it was another female Warframe. You simply can't. So, the trap filter is really fucking stupid. As the resident trap, I can confirm that Nezha is in fact a trap. Getting called a Warframe YouTuber. Yes, this tilts me. To this day, I don't consider myself a Warframe YouTuber. I do not want to be a Warframe YouTuber. I do not want to lock myself into one game to make videos on. This way, if that game ever loses traction, popularity, or I just get tired of the game, I can move away from that game with hopefully little to no issue. This is the same reason why I plugged my non-Warframe videos and my last Built to Destroy. That was to hopefully strike interest in my non-Warframe content so that if I ever quit Warframe, people would have something to go to if they still wanted to watch my videos. So if you ever want to call me a Warframe YouTuber, this is a personal request. Please don't. I will, however, accept being called people's favorite Warframe YouTuber, because that just goes to show how bad the Warframe YouTuber market is. Anyway, this video is probably over 10 minutes, so with that, I'm going to cut this video here. If you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like, and make sure to hit that subscribe button to become a pup if you haven't already. Also, if you want to support me and the channel, consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month. My name's JR, and I'll see you guys in the next one.